Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the 107 podcast with myself, Jacob, and my co-host, Ash. This week, we're going to jump straight into it. We're obviously here to preview Jeddah, but we have some absolutely massive off-track news for you, right? And it's exactly what you're thinking about.
Who's we?
They got Formula One Lego sets now. Formula One Lego sets. I'm so happy.
You have this
so
big
happy.
news.
So happy, honestly. Like, I've been waiting for this set for months, and I went to the Lego store on Monday to buy these, right? And I even wore the jumper that I'm wearing now, which has the MP4 on it as well. How much of a bloody nerd do you think I looked like going into the Lego store to buy a Lego set of... And it has a little Senna minifigure in it, by the way, as well. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it, but it has a little Senna minifigure too. But yeah, I went into the Lego store and I literally only bought Formula One related stuff.
Do you remember? I don't know. Maybe it could have been a little bit before your time. The Senna movie when it first came out. Do you remember that? No. I went to the premiere of that movie.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, either it's a premiere or it's a very special showing that they had in London, and they had like Martin Brundle there talking.
That's really cool.
James Allen, and the amount of people that were wearing Senna t-shirts and stuff like that was way more than I imagined. So
yeah,
I don't
insane.
think
Yeah,
you're like doing anything that's not beyond actually the norm.
I guess not. No. I did also buy a couple of other little things as well. Now, I didn't buy the big Mercedes because that was very expensive.
Someone got paid.
But I did buy the mini Mercedes. Ooh. So this mini Mercedes is Technic and it's a pullback. So if you put it back, it then flies forward. It is the W14, so I would expect it to be quite slow. But it's still very cool. Like I'm very impressed. So I got that as well. And then I also bought the McLaren from last year. So the McLaren have a little speed champions as well.
Is that post very cool. Silverstone updates? Or
I don't know if it's post Silverstone or not. But I mean, how cool! I bought two because I wanted to have like one Lando and one Oscar, but that was presuming that the driver numbers were on there, and they're not. So I thought the driver numbers would be on the sets themselves, but they're not. Also, I thought there would be less stickers. There's quite a few stickers, if I'm honest. So that's one of my complaints. But how good does it look built? Because I've already built one. Oh god, I almost broke. Oh no, I've broken it. Oh no, I snapped off. I snapped off a little bit of it. But yeah, look, I built one. How good does that look?
That actually does look quite cool.
Like, it's so cool. It comes with the little McLaren minifigure as well, which I've left in the other room. But it's not like a driver minifigure or anything like that. Okay. But yeah, like I love them. They're so cool. I need to. I knocked the microphone. I do apologize. I need to set up like a little shelf behind me, so they're gonna sit like on the wall behind me, or somewhere next to me or whatever. As well as the McLaren as well. The Technic from last year. But yeah, I just wanted to do a bit of a show and tell and remind people that these sets are now live, including the big Mercedes, which I haven't bought yet, but I will buy it. Okay, I'm saving for a house at the moment. Okay, we've got to prioritise some things, even though you can't race a house.
It's also on back order, so.
Oh yeah, well you know, I work for the company, so I can get myself one. So it's not that big of a deal because we have our own store. So we can just go in whenever we like and get our own stuff. So yeah.
If I order off the website, I'm only allowed to order 3.
Yes.
Why? I can understand why, because people just go on eBay and
because I think that happened a lot with a few sets because like people bought loads of them, and because people wanted them so desperately, they then sold them on for like ridiculous prices, which is really wrong. Scalping, not fun.
It's £190, and
it does look very good.
It looks pretty cool. It does actually look very good.
It does look very good. I'm not going to lie, but I honestly, like I said to you before, I've been waiting for this MP4 for such a long time. It's insane. So I'm so happy that it's finally out, and I will be building it very, very soon. Probably this weekend, actually. Probably while the race is happening, because I'm not that excited about the race this weekend because I think it's just going to be Max again, right? Or should we wait? Hold on. Should we go back to talking about off-track drama first, and then we'll jump into
Well, it's such a good segue. Now we have to now we're segueing out.
Okay, no,
yeah. Let's get the veggies out the way. First.
Yes, let's get that out of the way first. So we have an update, right? So Christian Horner, when you said get the veggies out of the way, did you mean talk about the race or talk about the off track?
I think just the off track drama is it's getting ridiculous now.
Yeah,
there's so many people saying so many things.
Yeah,
we kind of lost sight of why this was raised in the first place. Because, like, I don't know no one really knows what's going on, bar a few people.
Yeah,
but it's either one of two things, which are both just mental, which is someone's raised a complaint about a workplace issue, and it seems people have used that to further their own agendas. That makes sense. So someone's made a complaint against Christian, and other parties have come in and say, we can use this complaint to get Christian out of the company or get people out of the company.
Supposedly, yes.
Supposedly, allegedly, when we're actually forgetting that someone's raised a complaint about this, and this was raised on Twitter by a Formula One female journalist a couple of weeks ago, and she's right, it's been completely overlooked. I'm going to find out who it was actually.
Sure, you do that while I quickly explain the current situation, which is obviously Christian Horner was accused of this stuff, and then now the update is that the woman who accused Christian Horner of inappropriate conduct or whatever it was has now been put on paid leave by Red Bull.
Well, this is what I wanted to touch on the second point, which is if this is what's going to happen, it's going to stop people essentially being whistleblowers, essentially raising grievances.
So, yes and no. So bear with me on this, right? Is that
no, not that part you mentioned, just the previous part I was talking about.
So I will point out that we still don't know if the leaked WhatsApp messages are even real. We still don't know what the official complaint is is what you get what I mean, and we still don't know whether or not the accuser, because this does sometimes happen, and this is in me no way defending Christian, but the accuser sometimes does just make shit up. I will be honest with you, that does sometimes happen, and that is not me trying to take away from anything that's happened whatsoever. I'm just saying that we still don't know any facts other than a investigation was launched. The investigation initially closed, and that was it. That was all done. Some messages were then leaked. Whether or not we know those are real or not, were leaked to the FIA and press and blah 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 blah. Then the woman who accused Horner of inappropriate behaviour or whatever the accusation is has been put on administrative leave. Those are the only facts that we actually have. Everything else is circumstantial and nothing else has been confirmed by the company. So I'd just like to point that out. So I don't think it helps, obviously, that apparently the reason why Joss is so wound up by the situation is because Joss was chirping up the woman that Horner has apparently been having some sort of relationship with or whatever it is, who was the accuser of Horner in the first place. So that's why Joss has beef. And I told you this before, typically what happens with this sort of stuff is you can only really fall out with somebody or get really pissed off or try and have some sort of vendetta against somebody if it's love or money. Those are typically the two main things. And I originally thought it was money because that's typically what happens in the world of Formula One. However, it seems to be the other, allegedly, at this point. So it's just all over the place. It's absolutely mad. And again, what I'm saying is completely circumstantial because we still don't know.
But do you not think that that's a little bit telling that we don't know?
Yeah, that's right? The thing.
That Red Bull have not come out and said we've cleared Christian of what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because there's obviously something more, and I understand we don't know everything, but it is a pretty strong. Whatever has happened, it's not been dealt with right. That's what I'm saying. It has not been dealt with right.
Yeah, that's my thing as well. Yeah,
and it's just Yeah, it's just mental. Can we just not talk about this anymore? Because it's just so much shit.
Let's move on. We brought you the nice stuff, which was the Lego. Please do. Again, I don't get any shares or whatever from you going to buy Lego. I get no benefit from it. But please go and enjoy building some cool Lego sets. Like, it's just awesome. So please, that's a more positive thing. And speaking of positive things, guess what? This is the first weekend of
F1 Academy.
Damn right. We've been waiting for such a long time. It is Quali. We are currently we are currently recording this during Quali. And how's it going, Ash, as our F1 Academy on the ground man?
I'll tell you what. Do you want to guess? So there's just under 8.5 minutes left of qualifying.
Yeah.
Would you like to guess the top 3?
I'm looking at the list on the left at the moment. I'm going to go with Dorian Pin. Top.
Dorian, top. Well done. Yeah, she is top.
And then I'm going to go Chloe Chambers second.
Chloe Chambers is currently in 5th.
Oh, that's not bad. And Abby Pulling third.
Abby Pulling second.
Oh, okay. So go on then, hit me with the top 3 then. So it was Dorian, Abby, and who?
So currently in 1st is Dorian Pin. Hope I'm saying that right. Abby Pulling in 2nd, and 3rd is Nerea Marti.
Which Nerea Marti is Tommy Hilfiger. Sorry, it took me a second. Because and do bear with us, by the way, everyone listening. So if you are listening, please do go and check out F1 Academy this weekend, because it should be pretty interesting. And we need to support this series. We really bloody do, honestly. So I really, really do hope for some great racing this weekend.
So good news. It's on YouTube.
It is on YouTube for free.
So you don't need Sky
the quali is. I don't know if the race is.
I think the race might be as well.
Maybe the first round race is. But it is on F1 TV if you have access to F1 TV. While you Google that, we spoke earlier on this week about the drivers that we're going to be supporting for F1 Academy this year, and I am very pleased to announce, or I think it's a bit fun to say, who I'm supporting this year, and it will be Tina Hausman, who is supported by Aston Martin. I don't know why, genuinely, I have no idea why. I don't know her racing history, and this is just me being completely transparent. I don't know her racing history, but she just seems normal, and I trust Aston Martin to pick somebody who's fast. So that's the reason why I really love Aston Martin, and I'm just going to go with her. I think she seems lovely, and she seems really normal as well. She's also Swiss, which is nice too. I've got a special place in my heart for Switzerland. So yeah, who are you supporting?
I don't know yet. I need to watch some more, because I do like Aston Martin, so Tina Hausman's up there, but Leah Block.
Yeah, Leah Block is my second, if I'm completely honest. Like, I'm so fingers crossed. Like, please, I hope to God she does well. Yeah, and she's being supported by Williams as well. And someone else who obviously is a McLaren fan I'm keeping an eye on is Bianca Bustamante as well.
So... yeah, I'm not sure yet. I need to watch a few, but I feel like if it's like with when I had this with UFC. When I first got into UFC, I supported some fighters, and you get like emotionally invested.
You do, yeah.
Hurt. And that kind of happened with Fernando for me. I was like so emotionally invested. So when he lost the championships, it like really hurt. So I kind of don't want to get too invested in anyone, because if they lose, but. It is more fun though when you are invested in someone. So
true.
I'm not sure. I think I'd have to watch a couple of races and just see.
Yeah, fair play.
But I will say, as I said to you off air, the cars sound really good.
The cars do sound good. So just before recording, Ash was like, "These cars sound great." Have you heard the F2 cars this year, by the way?
No, I've not. I need to watch F2.
F2 cars are good. Oh, I actually had a stat for you, by the way, about F2. Okay. And so this is carrying on to this weekend of F2, and this was a tweet from Will Buxton, who said that he ran through the stats with Alex Jacques, who is also an F1 personality. Nobody since the start of the GP2/F2 series in 2005 has won both the opening feature and opening sprint races of the season. Zane Maloney did exactly that last weekend. That's incredible. Ooh. Nobody's ever won the sprint race and the feature race in the opening race weekend. That's incredible.
let's keep an eye on him. Could be one
So
for the future.
that is definitely somebody to keep an eye on. Other than Oliver Behrman, who put it on pole today, so congrats to him. I actually saw his lap. Fantastic.
Where did Antonelli come?
I think he was 6th, which means he will start the sprint race tomorrow, P4. But so Prema had a really bad... I'm sorry if you came here listening to Formula 1, but there's so much to talk about this week. But so Prema had a really bad start to the series as well. Like, it's a brand new classification of car as well, like brand new technical elements and like spec car.
Rear wing.
The rear wing, I still can't quite get on board with it. I think it will take some getting used to, but it just doesn't look aggressive. That's my thing. I think the F1 Academy cars look nicer. Just going to put that out there. But Prema did pretty badly last weekend. Kimi Antonelli managed to score a point in the, I want to say, the feature race. But that was about it. But so hopefully Prema will, come back a little bit over the next couple of races. But yeah, Behrman on pole, Kimi Antonelli 6th, and I think that's all I really knew about, to be honest with you. Like, those are the only 2 results that I paid too much attention to.
Just as I was, were you talking? I was googling the F1 Academy news.
Yes.
It is, all sessions will be available to watch from any country on F1 Academy's YouTube and X and F1 TV.
So if you are free this weekend, go and watch F1 Academy. It is free. It is on YouTube. You need an internet connection and a device to watch it on. Go and support these ladies, please. So it's going to be good free racing.
Yeah.
Go and have a look.
Fans across all regions will also be able to stream qualifying and the races from all 7 rounds of the 2024 season live on F1 Academy's YouTube and X channels and via F1 TV.
Wow. So
bringing the series and its mission to fans globally.
It's free the entire season?
Yeah, all 7 races.
That's fantastic. I'm really chuffed about that. That's awesome.
And the lead commentator will be Nikki Shields.
Yes, I heard that.
Formula E.
Yes. So that's going to be interesting too.
Yay.
I think also the support commentator is going to be rotating as well. I think they've got Alex Brundle and somebody else in there as well, which is going to be fun. So yeah, definitely check that out. Definitely. But so should we get to the real meat of the conversation, or meat replacement if you're vegan?
Yeah, sure. Verstappen will probably put on pole and win.
Yeah, Verstappen's
gonna see you next week.
So let's do any other sort of predictions for this race weekend. I made a prediction earlier on in the week that I said that Haas were going to do well because they had the best top speed in the last round. So I think that they're going to hopefully score a couple of points this weekend, and they scored points last weekend too. Last race year for Jeddah as well. So that's going to be cool.
I think that we could see a Mercedes or an Aston on the podium.
Yeah.
Fernando's pace has been strong throughout the free practice sessions. George Russell's done quite well. So Ferrari's not sure about them yet. They could be hiding something. But yeah, I think it's a Red Bull 1-2. But definitely could see third place being Fernando or George Russell or Lewis Hamilton.
And guess who else is going to be strong there this weekend, maybe?
We'll see. Practice hasn't shown much, but again, it's only practice.
We'll see what
happens between qualifying. But one of the things that came out of it was just the amount of close calls there were with cars in fast lap and cars being slow. There's an incident between Logan Sargent, Lewis Hamilton, and Carlos Sainz. Another one, I think, between Yuki and George Russell. So if that's what practice is like, imagine what traffic is going to be like in qualifying. So
could make for a very interesting grid.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they time their laps. And then obviously there's going to be a safety car in that race.
Yeah.
The high speed, the close walls. So that could jumble up the field. It could cause some quick changes in strategy. So I think it'll be an exciting race. Are we expecting the Red Bulls to win? Yeah, but it could be exciting. Hopefully we can get a battle like 2021. I don't know if that was a battle. That was just fucking a shit show.
Well, yeah, that's one way to put it anyway.
Yeah. So, it's good. Okay. Right.
Is quali over?
Hold on. It's almost over. Timing's up.
Almost over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drivers still have to complete a lap.
Okay, so pretty much everyone still has to complete a lap. So very quickly, I will just give you, and also the listeners as well, a little bit of a fun fact. We have never had a repeat winner at Jeddah.
So who was it? Lewis Hamilton?
Lewis, then Max.
Sergio Perez?
Then Sergio Perez. No,
Ah.
yeah, well, Lewis, then Sergio Perez, then Max. Wait, no, the other way around. I can't remember. But essentially, we've only had those 3 winners. So
Yeah. So 2021 was Lewis. 2022 was
Sergio, I think.
Sergio, and then 23 was
Max.
I thought
was it the other way around? That's the thing. But anyway, we know that we've only had that, and every single race that we've had has featured a safety car.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's Monaco.
Yeah. Do you remember Mick Schumacher's crash that he had there? To like the first time that they ran the track as well. That was outrageous. That crash.
That was a horrible crash.
Horrible. I personally, I don't think street tracks like this are, especially this high speeds, are all that safe. I would. We've driven it in the game, haven't we? And it is dangerous.
It is a difficult track to race.
Like even in the game, my heart is in my mouth trying not to hit these, hit these walls, especially because the curbs. I don't know if you saw, but in the F1 Academy free practice that they had, Tina Hausman actually managed to jump one of the curbs because the curb was that tall. The car hopped off of the ground and flew for a second. Don't know if you saw that, but
no. But it was Sergio last year, Max the year before, and Lewis.
That was what it was. Yeah.
Oh right. Well, I was just about to say, would you like to guess who's on pole for F1 Academy?
Go for it.
They've just got rid of all the. They've just got rid of.
Oh, they just
all of it.
You can rewind it, can't you? Sky Sports. Oh no, Ash. Oh no.
I can't. No, I can't because it's Now TV. But it will come up. It will come up. I believe from when you're looking. This is gonna. I'm literally just. Dorian Pin is on pole.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That wouldn't surprise me.
Mercedes. So, yeah. Well done. Well done.
We'll come back in a couple of minutes. We'll do our predictions and then we'll come back to F1 Academy. So, your predictions, top 5 for Jeddah this weekend.
I'm gonna go Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
George Russell.
Oh, okay.
I'm now thinking about the track and safety cars and stuff.
But it's a street track, which means Sergio Perez remembers who he is.
Yeah, but the only reason he won last time is because Max wasn't on pole.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good point.
So I'll go Max, George Russell, Fernando Alonso, Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton.
Okay.
I always forget the Ferrari.
You always forget Ferrari. I am going to go for Max, then Charles, then Fernando, then Hamilton, then Norris. That's my top 5. Right. That was 5, right?
Yeah.
Max, Charles, Alonso, Sergio. No, Max, Charles. What did I say? Max, Charles,
Hamilton.
No, Alonso, Hamilton, Norris. That's what I said. Sorry, yeah, I confused myself. Yeah, because I was trying to count the number 5, count 5.
So, I mean, I've not put Carlos in there because Carlos is not well. I just think
that's why I've not put him as further up, because he's not 100%.
And I don't know why I've forgotten Charles. I literally don't know.
He's your favourite driver.
I'm just going by practice. I know. I think if I say that he won't win, he'll win.
Ah, I see. Yeah, okay. Kind of like when you play Pokemon and you're trying to catch Pokemon and you're like, I don't want to catch this Pokemon. I really don't care. And then you immediately catch the Pokemon. That's essentially what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to tempt fate type thing, like that reverse psychology type thing. Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. That was the plan. Yeah.
Definitely like the Pokemon analogy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which everyone is going to get. Actually, I didn't realize, this is completely unrelated, but Pokemon is worth more money annually than Marvel and Mario and so many other things combined. It makes so much money a year. It's insane.
From what?
From toy sales, video game sales, merch, trading cards, films, cartoon rights, everything. Like it's made
I
so
remember
much money.
the cards used to be huge. But
Yeah.
they're not. I don't know if it's still going on. Maybe. So
It definitely is.
Cool. Interesting. Yeah, cool. Any surprises? Well, okay, let's. What do you think will happen with Alpine? Do you reckon they'll be back of the grid?
Yes. Alpine are going to be back of the grid for Jeddah, right? They're still 10 kilos overweight, and they've just lost a load of staff. And the other team who are probably going to be at the back of the grid, Haas, are one of the fastest cars in a straight line in the last Grand Prix. So they're probably going to be a bit further up as well. I'm actually thinking that the back of the grid is going to be propped up by Alpine and by RB.
Oh, RB, interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. So RB are bringing some new upgrades this weekend. Some slight upgrades, apparently nothing visual, but they weren't the fastest in a straight line in the last round, and there might be some teething problems for it. So yeah, that's what I'm going for. Those two to be sort of down towards the bottom.
Who do you think will win out of Yuki and Daniel Ricciardo? Because there's already drama now between them two.
I'm going to go with Danny.
You go with Danny?
Yeah, I think Yuki is obviously still...
I'm going to go with Yuki.
Okay, well, I was thinking that Danny would be more mature about the situation, whereas Yuki might, try and make up for last weekend type thing. So he might give it a little bit more, maybe even...
That's what I think.
Maybe cause that safety car.
That's what I think. But I will say that after years... How long has Yuki been in? Like 3 years?
Yeah, 3-4 years now.
He's got to improve his communication over the radio.
Yeah,
he's
not
still
good.
very shut up, swearing and all that. It's just like, I know everyone's different and communicate in different ways, but
yeah,
that's not how the top drivers do it, right? Yes, they get frustrated, and yes, they might let their anger out, but he's got to really improve his communication with the team if he wants to make that jump to an Aston Martin or a Red Bull.
But I would also argue that the best drivers could probably get away with that much swearing if they put it on pole every week.
True. I mean, yeah, we've seen Max go. Max's team radios are fucking hilarious. True. But
Lewis just haven't been the kindest over the years as well. Same as Lando as well. He's had some angry radio messages too.
No, I absolutely agree that Yuki's not the only one that does it. No. It seems to be more prevalent, and maybe because maybe it's also the radios that get picked. So I'm only going by what's shown on the broadcast. But
he's shot himself in the foot by giving himself a reputation for having spicy radio messages. So now it's expected of him. So I reckon there's a producer at F1 TV who's like listening in the entire time.
That could be
juicy bits. So
is Yuki telling someone to shut up?
Exactly. How has he reacted to something? That's probably it.
Well, whether we hear it or not, like only going by obviously what's shown on the broadcast, I hope just the communication does just mature. I understand it's hard. He's driving the car at 150, 200 miles per hour. The cars around him, a million things going on in his head. He obviously wants to concentrate. And you know how annoying it is when you try to do something and someone's talking in your ear, right? You just lose it, man. But that's Formula One. That's what's going to happen, right?
Absolutely, I by the way, I already have a meme in my head ready to go for if and when Logan Sargent causes a safety car. And again, I don't wish ill on any of these drivers, whatever. But it's going to be like that Marge where it's just like, Latifi, no! Sorry, force of habit type thing. No, I thought that would be really good.
I think Logan's going to surprise a few people.
Oh, okay.
Including you.
Yeah. No, I just thought of a meme. Again, I'm not trying to jinx stuff.
Don't hate on him.
But hopefully there will be something spicy happening this weekend. Something to mix up the
on the track. On the track.
We want something on the track. Yeah. Fingers crossed, anyway.
Right. Fingers crossed. So,
that's been half an hour now of a preview for Jeddah. But very quickly before we wrap up, have you seen the proposed 2028 onwards track?
Oh, in Qiddiya.
Yeah. How cool does that look?
That does look pretty cool.
It looks mad. If you're listening to this and you haven't heard about this, go and have a look. Google Qiddiya F1 track, right? Qiddiya is supposed to be like the Vegas of Saudi Arabia. Or that's the idea of it anyway. It's supposed to be like the entertainment capital of Saudi Arabia, right? So they want to have this Formula One track where turn one is 21 stories high above the ground, which sounds outrageous. But then the track is designed by Tilke, who's the same guy who designed stuff like Malaysia and a few other tracks as well. So the track looks awesome. Like if you literally were to like make the track like 2D with no elevation and stuff like that, looks like a fantastic track. So I think with some elevation changes and stuff like that, this could be a very, very exciting track for sure.
It looks really cool on the renderings, and just how it's lit up.
I would go. Like honestly, I would go if 2028 rolls around and that track is ready. I'm considering going because it looks fucking amazing.
It looks like a show.
It looks insane. It's essentially Mario Kart. We've got Mario Kart
Rainbow Road.
Formula
It's
One.
Rainbow Road.
It's Rainbow Road Mario Kart before we've got like GTA 6 or anything like that. Like we have Mario Kart Rainbow Road in Formula One before Lando Norris has his first win. Like this is the levels that we've apparently got. Like the track looks ridiculous. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that actually develops.
Yeah, awesome. No, it does look good. So, and the fact is, I'm guessing it's going to be a purpose-built racetrack and not confined.
It will be,
by street circuit.
Purpose-built, and I think I remember seeing somewhere that they would plan to use it for other races and stuff like that as well. So like DTM and like obviously F2 and F3 and
MotoGP, I guess,
MotoGP could be really cool as well. But obviously it would just make it, because it will be an entertainment capital. Can you imagine if, for example, in Vegas they could shut down the strip so that you and your mates could like do maybe not go-karts, but do like, you know, like a track experience on the like Vegas Strip type thing. But this is going to be permanent track, so they're going to be able to rent that out to rich guys and stuff all the time to just go and play. Like it's going to be amazing. There's a roller coaster in the middle of it. It is literally somebody's
there's
dream.
it's like similar to you know what, they've taken like stuff from other races
like Singapore and Japan. There's an infinity pool all over the track. Yeah, it's insane. I'm sure safety is going to be a big factor in there, but it looks insane, and I'm supporting it because it looks awesome. It looks like a fun track.
It does look
to watch,
cool.
Be at, and to drive on. So it has my support for sure.
Nice.
So yeah,
cool.
Awesome. Should we end it there?
We shall end it there.
Cool. All righty. Well then, thank you for everyone for listening. Be sure to. We haven't asked people to, do what they need to do, which is follow the podcast, rate it, give us 5 stars on your preferred podcast platform. We don't just say that because we like saying it. We had to shell out over £100 to keep this podcast alive today. So if you could actually bother to give us a rating, that'd be much appreciated. Thanks. God. So yeah, give us a follow.
Really garnering
check
the
us out
support.
These fan, like, be a proper fan. Go on, give us support. No, I'm kidding. Thank you very much for the support as always. Be sure to go ahead and check us out on Instagram, on YouTube, and your preferred podcast platform. And we will see you after the race weekend.
See you then.
Enjoy the race. Cheers, everyone.